Can I be honest with you for a second? If you've been going through a season where nothing seems to be moving, where you've prayed, you've waited, you've tried, and it still feels like heaven is quiet, I want you to stay with me. Because what I'm about to share might be exactly what you needed to hear today. God has not forgotten you. And more than that, He's been working, behind the scenes, in ways you couldn't see. He's been moving things, closing the wrong doors, shifting people, and quietly preparing you for something bigger than you've been asking for. Today, I want to talk about 4 blessings that I believe God is releasing, and why they matter more than you might realize right now. The first blessing. God is opening a door you couldn't open yourself. You know what I mean. There are doors in life that no amount of talent, money, or connections can unlock. You've probably knocked on a few of them. Maybe you sent the email, made the call, showed up, and still nothing. But here's what Revelation 3:8 says. I have set before you an open door, and no man can shut it. That's the kind of door I'm talking about. Not a door you forced, not a door you manipulated your way through. A door that God opens, and when He does, nobody can close it on you. Here's what I want you to understand. Some of the doors that didn't open for you were actually protecting you. Some of those no's were God saying, not that, not yet, not for you. Because what He has for you doesn't require you to beg, shrink, or lose yourself to enter it. So stop going back to the closed doors. Stop trying to reopen what God already shut. Your next door isn't behind you, it's ahead of you, and you won't have to force it. The second blessing. God is restoring what you thought was gone for good. Now, when I say restoration, I don't necessarily mean God is going to give you back the exact same thing in the exact same way. Sometimes He gives you something better. More peace, more clarity, stronger confidence, a deeper sense of purpose. Joel 2:25 says, I will restore to you the years that the locust has eaten. That verse hits differently when you've actually lost something. Time, a relationship, an opportunity, your sense of self. Maybe you stayed in the wrong place too long and you feel like you wasted years. Maybe heartbreak took your confidence. Maybe failure took your direction. But here's the thing about a burned field. From a distance, it looks destroyed. All you see is ash. But underneath those ashes, the soil is being prepared for a stronger harvest than before. God is not looking at your situation the way other people are. They see what you lost. He sees what He's growing. Proverbs 24:16 says, a righteous person can fall 7 times and still rise. That means falling doesn't cancel who you are. It just means you get back up. Stop grieving what God is replacing. He's not done with you. The third blessing. God is giving you peace before the picture is complete. This one is something I think a lot of people overlook because we're so focused on the outcome that we miss the gift God is offering right now. Sometimes the blessing isn't money in your account or a problem finally solved. Sometimes the blessing is being able to rest while you're still waiting. Philippians 4:6-7 says that if we bring our requests to God with prayer and thanksgiving, the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and minds. Notice it says, surpasses understanding. That means it won't always make logical sense. You might not have the answer yet. The situation might not have changed, but somehow, deep down, there's a calm that wasn't there before. That's not denial, that's God. Think about a child falling asleep in the back seat of a car. That child has no idea where they're going, doesn't know the route, can't read the road signs, but they sleep anyway, because they trust who's driving. That's the place God is inviting you into. You don't need every answer before you trust Him. You don't need the full picture before you move forward. If He's given you peace, that's not nothing. That is the blessing. Don't let fear talk you out of it. The fourth blessing. God is positioning you for purpose, not just comfort. Okay, this last one is the one I really need you to hear. The blessing that's coming isn't just meant to make your life easier. It's meant to make you more useful for your family, your community, and God's kingdom. Deuteronomy 8:18 says, It is the Lord your God who gives you the ability to produce wealth. And Jeremiah 29:11 says his plans for you are intentional, not random, not accidental, purposeful. Here's the hard truth. Some people pray for bigger blessings but never ask God to prepare them to carry those blessings. But a promotion requires stronger character. A meaningful relationship requires emotional maturity. Financial increase requires wisdom and discipline. A platform, whether big or small, requires humility. You can't ask God to open greater doors while holding on to a smaller mindset. Think about a crown. From the outside, it looks beautiful. People admire it. But the person wearing it, they feel the weight. Every blessing comes with responsibility, and God knows that. That's why He prepares us before He releases the promise. So when the blessing comes, and it is coming, stay rooted, stay prayerful. Don't let success pull you away from the very place where you found God in the hard season. Don't let things finally going well make you careless. The question God is asking isn't just, do you want this? It's, can you carry it with integrity? God is opening a door that no one can close. He is restoring what you thought was lost. He is offering you peace before the full picture makes sense. And He is positioning you, specifically you, for something that goes beyond just comfort. 1 Corinthians 2:9 says, "No eye has seen, no ear has heard, and no human mind has conceived the things God has prepared for those who love Him." That means what God has for you is beyond what you've been picturing, beyond what you've been hoping for. You don't need to chase it, manufacture it, or settle for a cheaper version of it. Just stay faithful, stay obedient. Keep your eyes on Him, not on what you don't have yet. The blessing is already in motion, and so is your preparation. Amen. If this message spoke to you today, drop a comment below, even just a simple, "God, prepare me." Not for the algorithm, but as a personal declaration that you're ready to receive what He has for you. And if this content has been meaningful to you, subscribing and sharing it helps us keep reaching people who need to hear it. See you in the next one. God bless you.